I don't think there's nobody, bigger than me in Orlando that could tell you how one-sided the hip-hop community was. And for me, I'm grateful that somebody could come in and level the playing field. And by leveling it, I mean just being open and honest for everybody. Like, you don't have to be low to show you some love. Dude, that's when you're craft. That's when you have fully mastered. When you can come off script and the entire world tell you, yo, that was off script. If you choose to work for someone, then be the best worker. But never, ever stop chasing your dreams.
Sliding in the studio, my album coming soon. Until we get this rap money, trap gon' have to boom. These bricks and these keys and these zips is what we'll do. If you need some fire, I can see you off the June.
Welcome back, folks, to another podcast. Thanks for tuning in this week. Here on the Heir Cast, we got a special guest, international superstar, rap legend. Actually, fun fact, been here before, but technical things happened, and it's God, the universe, wanted us to redo this again and do this better this time with more BTS footage, more things to talk about, more things in line. And today we got Sid with the kid, Cydney Poitier in the building with
No doubt.
Back on THC.
Hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? We had some technical difficulties. I was here with Iceberg Snub, and but this is like my third trip back, so we glad to be here. We had a big night last night, so I was glad when you reached out and said we could do it now. So
the power of three. We're in the three. We're in Miami.
That's it, man.
I'm the third of my name. Three's a powerful number.
It is.
Say
bro.
death comes in threes. A lot of things come in threes. So hell yeah. How's Miami treating you so far?
Miami's great. It's crazy because we was just talking about that. It's become one of my strong fan bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really has. It really has. I like between just coming out here seeing Rich Medina and Diamond D out here to the hi-fi and just being in Lincoln's Beard, my third trip coming with Iceberg Snip, locking in with the Belly Boys and just
shout out to Belly Boys.
Yeah, shout out to Belly Boys, just crazy. And they pulled up last night and showed up for me. So it's crazy. We live in Orlando, but Miami has become. They tend to like me out here.
Hell yeah, man.
It's crazy. So we are supportive of that, man. We love it.
We're bumping right now. I don't know where that music's coming from. Okay. We got little speakers. Okay. Hell yeah. I like that. Okay. So you got any favorite places you ate at yet?
No, we haven't. We're trying to find some spots to eat at, you know what I'm saying? But we haven't particularly, anything unless you could remand.
We'll suggest some for sure. I mean,
some
Cuban spots. Hialeah all day. Our city, the city you're in right now, we're known for having the stuff for the low, cheap stuff out here. But y'all listening in the comments, let us know. Let City know your favorite places to eat at in Miami.
Yeah, let me know what y'all got popping out here to eat with. You know what I mean?
Might do a little a vlog. We might have to do a food vlog. The next interview might be on the go. Different restaurants.
Might be on the road trying different cuisines, different cultures type shit. You know what I mean?
Well, Sid, here on the Heir Cast, we like to start with the important questions because the people, the fans, the Air Force, the industry, and the streets want to know.
Okay.
What defines an equestrian pedestrian?
It's kind of part of the what low life like to call it. It's the uniform. It's the uniform. We do a lot more than that. It's not, but it's the equestrian is we are. To get a question, we are, we them horsemen.
The horsemen
together, and that's basically that's why we named the album "Equestrian Pedestrian."
Raw name. You're in for a good one when the name itself rhymes. There's gonna be bars in it. So let's elaborate a little bit on that for those listening who might not be aware, might not be educated. We got a lot of fans now, wrestling fans, all kinds of fans tapping in. So let's educate them onto the low life and the lore.
So the low life goes way back. It goes way back, you know what I'm saying? But the Orlando chapter, you know what I'm saying? We do, like I like to say, what low life do off the field is just as important what they do on the field. And when I say on the field, I mean rhyming, doing shows and what like that. But off the field, dude, there's a Azalea Park baseball field in Orlando. They're getting ready to get a brand new field.
Wow.
And that's because of some of the work that low life has put in. And low life is recognized by the county commissioners of Orange County in Florida. So what we do off the field is probably a little more important than what we do on the field. And so the uniform is is what we're known for, and we wear it with pride.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just a uniform. We do more. You know what I mean? But this is a uniform.
Facts. It's symbolic in a way. You know?
Right. It is. Right. Yes.
Wow. Okay. And so Low Life. How many years has Low Life overall been?
Low Life's
30 plus, no?
Yeah, it's
Way
probably
more.
more than that because I know Rack Low and
getting
them
close to
boys
40,
is-
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Thurston and them boys was young. Yeah, it's been.
True that.
Yeah, it's long time.
Wow.
Long time.
And then how? What's the timeline? When does the Orlando chapter first come out?
I think the Orlando chapter first came. I think like about. It's been. I'm gonna say between 5 to 7 years. What would you think, Flacco? 2019.
Oh, okay.
2019 is yes. So when the Orlando chapter starts. So it's been I tell you, they brought a lot of balance to the hip hop community in Orlando.
Wow.
A lot of balance because things were in my opinion like in my opinion Thurston Howell and them. That's my brother, and he came to Orlando and he leveled the playing field. He just didn't do it for Low Life. He did it for everybody. And when everybody was performing, Orlando acts were welcome to perform, even if they weren't Low Life. But they were still. He embraced the city. The city embraced him back, man. That's what we do.
Community.
That's right, man. You know.
That selfishly speaking, I kind of feel like I envy that because out here in Miami, the music scene. People talk about it all the time that the music scene feels very diverse. Very apart. But I always tell people that's why the Atlanta music scenes win. That's why all these other music scenes be turning up because they build that community inside.
They do.
So
that's right.
it's important to bring that balance for everybody.
It is.
Because there's enough for everybody to eat, especially nowadays with the internet.
Well, it was one-sided in Orlando for a minute, man. There's nobody. I don't think there's nobody, bigger than me in Orlando that could tell you how one-sided the hip hop community was. And for me, I'm grateful that somebody could come in and level the playing field. And by leveling it, I mean just being open and honest for everybody. Like you don't have to be low to show you some love.
Bro.
And that's when we stepped in the community and embraced that. For those who embraced it, they're benefiting.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And it's every day, one day at a time. And we, dog, I done swept baseball fields and I done graced many stages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I put in the work. It's not just all, glory and jewelry and we're chilling on stage and we're wearing nice rugbies and polo. No, we get it in. We get it in for them children and put it in and put that work in, you know what I'm saying? And take care, restructuring dugouts for the baseball team.
Wow.
And being a part of the new edition of their uniforms. And this is big shout out to Earl, which is he's the president of our chapter. And Earl is a big dog, man, you know what I'm saying? And the county commissioners, they like him. They respect him. And Earl, came from the street. This dude is a paralegal.
Wow.
And he's so much more. He's a father, he's a grandpa. This man, and he's somebody that you want to look up to. He's a good dude. He's been where some of these young boys is about to go. He's been there. He can tell you a lot.
Full circle moment because it's kind of crazy. The Low Life, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of it started like Thurston back in the day. Like they would steal the
That's right.
the polos, right?
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now
That's
they're
a
doing
fact.
community work.
I mean, to go from that to doing community work, you saw the picture. I think it just popped up on the feed where you see Thurston in the picture. You see Ralph Lauren behind him.
Wow.
Did you see that picture?
We're gonna drop the picture for
There
them
was
right
some
here.
people. It was some people there. There was some people there from Ralph Lauren that was behind him. Just imagine, bro, to go from, like you said, they was taking the clothes to really straightening out yourself, and then getting the franchise behind you. That's crazy. That's amazing.
Real crazy.
You got to respect that, man. Expected a double L.
Real.
You know what I'm saying?
And the way people have favorite Jordans, do you have like a favorite polo piece or like piece of like polo gear? That you're like,
I do.
That's the one.
I do.
What is it?
I like the volleyball. I like the volleyball collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the volleyball. The volleyball shit is hard. The volleyball and the regatta. And the regattas are my favorite.
What's the regatta joint?
So regattas is kind of look like what Polo is rocking right there.
Okay.
But it's got those regatta ships on it, where the cats be parasailing, and the regatta ships, it's got the regattas on them. So I got those. I mean, I got like, and then P-Wings, I got velour P-Wing.
Velour
P-Wing short set.
Some real pimp shit.
I don't even hardly wear it sometimes, but I got, and big shout out to the plug, LeBronx James.
Oh wow, LeBronx,
that's
the
who,
real one, yeah.
That's, I mean, hey.
We need LeBronx to come
Hey, yo, the Bronx, they want you up in here, man. Yeah. Hey, yo, Al, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the Bronx, they want you up in here, man. But yeah, LeBronx is the plug. And, that's who we get, Yo, I ain't even got to tell you.
Nah, that's the one. That's the one right there.
It's the one,
of
man.
The show, for sure. Shout out Grumpy OGs, too. Pop Souls produced that show. So let's break down the name, then, too, for those listening. Cydney Poitier actually also...
is the actor.
Right.
Okay, so...
legendary actor.
Right. So Cydney Poitier was a legend in my house. And not only was he a legend, but in his time, he was probably one of the first black actors that was calling his own shots. Back then, if you was a black actor, you most likely got a role as a prisoner or maybe a slave in a movie or something like that.
Typecasted. You get typecasted.
You get typecasted,
put in a box.
You know what I'm saying? Cydney Poitier, he had leading ladies.
Wow, so he's one of the first black actors with his own
This dude played a doctor. He played lawyers. He played, police chiefs. He played so many things. And so, I went from the transition we was in COVID-19 and we were all locked down. And so I said, yo, Unique, you got to reinvent yourself. We got to change the name. So we went into COVID-19 as Unique. When we came out of COVID-19, I was Cydney Poitier. And we knew the responsibility behind that name. So we had to be grown about it. We got to respect this name. We can't just be, I can't use Cydney Poitier and then I'm out here wilding. Like, black people are going to have a problem with that because of the way we hold Cydney Poitier. We hold him in such a high regard. I have to watch how I'm coming off. You know what I'm saying? And even though mine is spelled with a C, I'm highly influenced by his perspective. Yeah. And I'm highly influenced by what he does. And so we knew going into this thing, the music has to be good, the subject matter has to be great, and Cydney, you're gonna have to be a little bit more vulnerable, and you're gonna have to let him in.
That's real. Wow.
And so that's and we're here right now.
You gotta go through it. You gotta go through it to get there.
Absolutely.
And it's really important though. Looking at it from that angle, representation is so important, man. So important.
Well, it's your first impression.
True.
It's the first impression. So when you come from, I don't mean to shift this or anything, but when you come from this complexion, first impressions are all you get.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
It's everything.
That's just a fact.
It's everything. Yeah, and the same way they say, protect your reputation with your life. A lot of that reputation is attached to that first impression, and especially nowadays in a world where attention spans are so short. Nobody's gonna give you a time to watch a 10-minute clip, a 10-minute TikTok,
that's right,
or a 10-second clip.
Right.
They're just gonna judge you based off the cover,
that's
off
right.
the image, and blah, you're gonna watch this. So
right.
And kind of bringing it back to representation, like in the world, nowadays you hear a lot of people like tripping out. Oh, why they make this character this and that? But as a Latin growing up, as a Cuban kid growing up, it's tough. Nowadays they're starting to make Cuban superheroes. I just heard that It the Clown, like they came out with a TV show. One of my dogs just told me they have a Cuban kid on the show, and it's like Cuban kids have never been in horror. You feel me? So it's crazy. Like I want that. I want to be like, damn, that's us right there.
Do. That's us right there.
Like, oh yeah, this is the Chico version of this character.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's what you want. That's growth, everything. Man.
Yeah, and growing up, you want to see that. You want to see yourself on the big screen. It's inspirational.
You do. You want to see that.
So Cydney Poitier was one of the first actors for you growing up. Who also are some big names you saw on the big screen growing up? You're like, damn, that
would kind of call his own shot.
Yeah,
Harry Belafonte.
Oh wow, that's a legendary name right there.
And Harry Belafonte and Cydney Poitier were friends.
Connected. They worked together, right?
They worked together on They worked together on Uptown Saturday Night, right? Yeah, pretty sure. Okay. Yeah.
And then Cydney Poitier also made his own. He filmed stuff too, or
he did some directing. He did some
directing.
Directing. In his career, you know what I'm saying. He did some directing. He directed movies, starred in movies, produced movies.
Any interest for the rapper Cydney Poitier doing some movie work in the future?
I don't know. Thurston and them are shooting. They're shooting a movie. I was supposed to. I've been so busy on my promo run. I didn't get a chance to go. That they was trying to get me to be in a movie that they're shooting.
Okay, are you doing like a biopic, like about the low life?
I think no. So they're doing something. I'm not sure.
The full details aren't out on what is the film.
The premise of the film. Okay,
yeah.
got it.
They are putting together locations and shooting dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, they're in the production process and in the scouting process.
Stay tuned. Low life film project
Yeah,
coming
so
soon.
they wanted me to come. I know they had some guys over there, and they was like, well, I think I was in Atlanta. And so I got to get back to that. I'm going to get back to that. But something that we are excited about is I wrote a children's book.
Oh, wow.
And so the children's book, it came back yesterday. I wanted to have it because I wanted to show y'all. But it's the book is called When You Know You're a Star. It's based on a song that I wrote, which is on the LP. Lovely jazz singer Kirsten Warren. We performed it live in the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center, and damn, they called it Standing O. Shut it down. They don't even let us in the building.
That's amazing. So, give me the premise on the record and then the book. What's
Okay,
the book
so When You Know You're a Star is produced by Terse.
Okay.
He's from Chicago. He tracks most of the music that I do. Kirsten Warren she's kind of like a superstar in Orlando. She's in a jazz band called Creek, right? So Creek and Creek is insane. But and Kirsten Warren flies, and I think she was just in Ohio or something. They might have been like these people go, and she has a lovely voice. And we were in this place in Orlando called Little Indies, and she was singing something, and I was just improvising.
On the spot?
On the spot.
Okay. Wow.
On the spot.
Riffing.
Somebody saw the feed live and said, yo, y'all need to do that. And I think like 2 or 3 days later, we was in the studio and we created it right there. Then the book came about, I don't know, maybe a month later, and we got into that conversation. And then because the record was so positive, it just takes you back to the young you, and it takes you to where it's kind of like the whole wishing upon a star thing. There's a moment in a child's life when they realize that they have a certain gift, and I think Kirsten talked about she was 7 years old in the crib singing.
Wow.
And I think she was when she was a baby. She was in the crib singing. They gave her her first song at 7 in church.
Wow.
And she killed it. And that's when. And so this is what this song is about. There's a moment when every child knows, no matter what age they know. But there's an age where they know that, I'm gonna be different. God has given me this gift, and He didn't give everybody this gift, and so. That's what the book is about, bro.
That's real.
It's dope. We're super excited. We're gonna be doing the Boys and Girls Club.
It's incredible, and to the youth as well too. This is your first book ever?
This is my first book.
Penning? Wow. Okay, this
is my first book, and from what I understand, children's books do well.
Yeah, I just heard R.L. Stine, the guy that did Goosebumps. He had a really good quote where he was like, "I'd never have interest in writing for adults because kids like from 7 to 8, I think 7 was the cutoff age. He said that's the best time for an audience because they're still have like the humbleness and like the genuineness of belief, the innocence of belief.
Well, that's it. That what, and that's exactly when we got into that conversation, and I talked about what my grandbabies. I talked about Jaden. I talked about Nova. I talked about Dominic, and I said this is important. Then it got to be where wow, this is really important.
Your why.
And then I think when I took it home, the one that it wasn't the official book, but it was the one with the pictures and showed all the art.
Okay.
Yeah, and it showed all the art, and it was crazy. And my wife, it's hip hop music what we do, and my wife knows that I get busy and do what I do, but my wife really looked at the book and was like, wow.
Different pride, different.
I might have got a hug and a special dinner, and it was.
Damn, shout out, wife.
It was, but she was just really was like, wow, your capabilities go beyond what I even imagined. You know what I'm saying? And that was a proud moment in my living room.
Multi-talented.
Yeah.
Proud moment.
Yeah, man, it was a proud moment, bro.
Do you have plans to maybe? It seems like you had a good time putting this together. Would you go back to like some more kids projects, or maybe doing like an adult book? Yeah,
for sure. I think we could. This is something that we can do.
And so a lot of illustrations, I'm assuming, a lot of like colors and stuff.
We just write what you write, and everything goes from paper to print. You know what I'm saying? You just get your ideas and you just run it, and you want to. It's sort of like, I mean, if you read the book, I'm rhyming. We rhyme, and really
the best kids books do that. They'll have like illustration bar,
right.
Flip it, illustration
right,
bar.
Yeah, so we rhyme it.
Yeah, Dr. Seuss, true. Yeah,
and we rhyme it, and it's 12 pages, right?
Oh wow, okay.
It's 12 pages, so we accept. We ain't just throw you nothing.
Nice.
Yes.
We
took some time with it, so it's dope, man. We're excited about the book, man.
Okay, and then is Medea a black movie, and what defines a black movie?
What my favorite movie is?
Well,
is Medea a black movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what makes it a black movie?
When the characters are black.
Okay.
That pretty much solidifies it. Well, because it
like you gonna say Sinners is a black movie, or is there a lot of white people?
I'm gonna tell you the ultimate. I'm gonna tell you the ultimate black movie.
Oh, what is it?
Anybody that disagree with this, they don't know movies. Okay, when we talk about a black movie, we're talking about a classic. We're talking about this will be the blueprint of a black film. Is Harlem Nights.
Oh wow! Okay, elaborate on that.
Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand. Red Fox is in this movie, for God's sake. This is a bad boy. It's a bad movie, and this is a black film.
What was the lady's name?
Del Reese. Yeah.
Way before Moesha.
Yeah. Banger.
Yeah.
Banger.
What the dude called Lady Heron and said, "Honey, I'm never coming home." That's crazy. That's crazy. How you gonna front on that? That's crazy. That movie Harlem Nights, man.
So taking a known like Hollywood trope and like spinning it and making it real. That's what kind of makes it like.
Yeah. That too. Yeah.
Because there is a lot. There is some of that.
Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah. Absolutely.
And also too like in horror, like Jason, like there's this famous Jason scene where like I think the only dude to put hands on Jason or like put up a fight is the black dude. Right. But that adds a little bit of realism to it. Like when you're in the movies, it's like, why are they doing that? Why?
Well, it's like what was it? The classic, the white girl falling. In the horror shit, the white girl falls.
Yes, right. It's like typical shit.
Yeah, typical things that happen.
Like Scary Movie was good at calling out like the typical shit, like a parody type of shit.
Yeah, the parodies, right, yeah.
And okay, and what are your thoughts on like them trying to make like 007 black? Do you have like they're saying Idris Elba might be it. Do you have any other suggestions for?
I tell you what. If they make a black James Bond 007, he is definitely the guy.
Idris Elba?
Idris Elba is definitely the black James Bond.
He's raw.
Raw.
I could see him, if not be the James Bond, definitely like the op to James Bond.
Yeah,
the bad
guy, yeah.
He's already kind of getting a little. But then who do you get opposite of him? You feel me? I like dude from Snowfall, but I feel like he comes off evil to me.
No, I like who's the dude that he's very good in martial arts. He's a black dude.
Michael J.
Oh, Spawn, right?
He could be black James Bond too.
Yeah, that's actually cool. He
could be that. Yeah, he could be that.
They be changing their accents, man. I never knew Stringer Bell was British.
Yeah, he's British.
Idris Elba,
yeah, Idris Elba, he's British.
When you saw Idris Elba in The Wire.
Yeah, nah. Nah, you straight. You like man,
I
this
thought he was
dude
American.
straight
I
up.
thought he was
Yeah,
really from Baltimore.
yeah. I thought he was really from Baltimore. Yeah, that dude is straight from England.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I hear that a lot of like UK actors could do like the American accent easy because there's a lot of different American accents too. There's a lot of
Well, it's
different
like
dialects,
you know, it's like hip hop. It's like anything.
True.
You master your craft. You know,
True.
you master your craft. I mean, Denzel Washington is like the baddest dude at mastering the craft.
You have a favorite Denzel movie?
Yeah,
What is it?
Man on Fire.
That's a banger. That is a banger. That is a banger.
Everybody usually say Training Day,
Yo, let me tell you something.
but Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. This is the scene, right? He put that bomb in that dude's ass, and he told that dude, "You get one wish." Denzel told that dude, "I wish you had more time." Boom. Took him right up out of there, bro. He took there's a part where he's asking you, "Where's the girl?" The dude is fronting on him. He's talking to his brother. He blew the dude's whole hand off with the shotgun. He taped the dude's fingers to the steering wheel. Yo, he's wilding
Crazy
in this movie, bro.
Yeah, that's a crazy scene.
He's wilding. He's going bonkers in this. Yo, what he did in Man on Fire is the only thing that could remotely compare to that in Training Day was the scene where they shot up the whip. That was dramatic. Very dramatic. That was super dramatic.
Yeah.
You-
Training Day is like a lot of shock value, but like
Oh, right.
Man of Fire is like real.
And you know what? Let me
gritty,
tell you something
crazy
about
violence.
Training Day. And a lot of people don't know this. Let me tell you something about Training Day. Remember when he was in the projects,
Okay.
and he said, "I'm putting cases on all you bitches." All of that whole scene was off script.
Oh, the
That whole scene was off script.
the King Kong ain't got shit on me, right? That's the same speech.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of that was off script. They was like, "Yo, let the camera roll. Just he's on it. He's on it right now. Let it. Let him go, bro. That whole like 15 minutes, bro, was off script.
Special.
And they
Wow.
asked him about it. And he was like, "I was in that moment. And it just." Dude, that's when you're crap. That's when you have fully mastered. When you can come off script and the entire world tell you, "Yo, that was off script."
That's special.
That's special. No wonder why you'll be known as one of the most paid Hollywood dudes. Because that's like freestyling in front of the camera.
It reminds you of music, like when you're doing a take on a verse or a bar,
Yeah,
and
bro.
sometimes it takes a couple times, but when you get it right, when
Oh,
you hit it,
when
you
you
look
hit
at the engineer and everybody's like, "Oh, that's the one."
That's
next.
the one right
You know,
there. This dude went off
you,
script.
You just know when you know you
went
know.
off script and shocked the world.
Before Unique, was there any other rap names, or it was Unique?
It was unique.
Unique was the first
Yeah. PMD signed me as unique.
And what age did you get signed?
I got my first record deal in '94.
And
I was like,
Parrish, right? Parrish?
Paris Smith. Yeah, I was no Simon Harris, in the music of life. I was like 21.
and how long had you been rapping for? Like when you started? Like,
Oh man, I've been rapping since I think my cousin Lamar was. All right, so there used to be a club in Orlando called Electric Avenue.
Electric Avenue.
Yeah, Tony Touch used to break dance there. I used to break dance there. A lot of because I'm a b-boy first and foremost.
Shit, really?
Yeah, I keep that 100%.
Hell yeah.
I am a b-boy first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? The elements of hip hop and hip hop I live by. Hip hop is not something you do. It is something you live. And that is my thing about it. You know what I'm saying? But there's a club in Orlando called Electric Avenue. My cousin Lamar was on stage. DJ Magic Mike was DJing. I never forget it. I said, "That's what I'm gonna be doing." I saw my cousin on stage. I saw Magic Mike scratching him. I said, "Yo, that's what I'm getting ready to be doing." My cousin wrote my first rhyme.
Wow.
Now remember THC, I'm the last highest law, so can't you see? Motivated to be stretched with fresh rhyme skills. Keep cash in the pocket and I'm always chill. I was young. He wrote that for me. I think a month later, I was writing raps for my cousin. And my cousin was like, "Yo, you kind of crazy with it. Like, you kind of naturally with it, bro." Like, and it got to the point where my cousin wasn't rapping no more. And I took the helm.
Got the illest pens.
I took the helm, and I was on the phone with him. He lives in the Bronx. I was on the phone with him the other day, and he was like, "Who would ever know that I went from writing your rhymes to you being on records with Coogee Rap, Papoose Cannabis, and these people P&D, and you know what I'm saying, Poison Pens, and you was on Nervous Records, and you done did all this. I used to write your rhymes in that bunk bed, boy." I said, "Lamar, I remember, dog. I remember, man." He still tell me to this day, but it's crazy how you've grown. I said, "Man, there was a dude in Richmond Heights called Mark from the Park. I used to go over there, man, and my cousin was like a legend in Richmond Heights, man. I used to go over there, man. I was young, man. I'd go over there and I'd see them boys, and Magic Mike would be scratching, they would be practicing. That shit moved me, man. I was different after that. And then I didn't want to be nowhere but around that. And then I met Drew, and then I met Jolly Stompers, and Jolly Stompers started going to the house, started being around Black Rob and Redman and everybody that was coming over to that house. So I started absorbing all of that energy. And Al was around then too, so I just started absorbing all that energy. And so I learned from young how to act. And when you're highly favored, when people highly favor you in a situation, don't listen to people that say you're nice. People will tell, "Oh, you're nice. That's not good though, because it swells your head before the bigger picture.
You want the honest criticism. You want the
you do.
I don't really like that verse.
And I was glad, and I had some people, at Eclectic Records, and at Waste Management, with K-Soul and them that kept me out of some rooms. There were some rooms where there's some touchy-feely rooms. There's the cocaine room.
Okay.
There's some rooms that I was real blessed to have some people that was really guarding me.
Mentorship, but it also takes the student to listen to them.
I remember when I going to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and doing shows, and going to New York, and people telling my parents, he's gonna, my father's Navy.
Wow.
Navy's Navy,
His first service.
My father served on the SS Saratoga. My father had a lot of questions. I need to know where he's going to be. I need to know where you're going to be. I need to know the addresses. I need to know 24 hours numbers. I need to know when you land. I need to know before you go to sleep. I need you to call me. And my father had some stipulations that they had to guide by. They had to abide by them.
Wow.
Otherwise, my father was letting me go, and I got 7 sisters. I'm
Real?
my father's only son.
That's real for the OGs to do that for you.
He wasn't letting me.
That's crazy.
I'm my father's only boy. He was not letting me. It had to be.
Wall out, yeah.
It had to be under his, what it was. So,
Tutelage,
but
yeah.
he always believed in my music, and my mom too. And they're no longer here. But I never argued with my parents about my music. They were always supportive in that way. I thank God for that.
That's very important.
Very important.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many people, strive for that. And it's not support. A lot of times support could be showing up to the shows, this and that, actually liking the music, but just condoning, like just saying, yeah, go chase your dreams, try it out. Even if it ain't my thing, that's really powerful.
That's what I tell my kids, man. Chase your dream, man.
Do you see music in them? Do you see like the musical gene in them?
Well, my son Keith has been around. My son, he doesn't want to rap. My son has literally been around. He be running around the house. These cannabis come to the house. Redman and them, they up in Drew's house. My son's running around playing with the truck, and
he lived it.
My son has lived the dream.
Yeah.
He don't want to rap. He know these dudes.
Right.
He's cool with that. He's cool with just knowing them.
Which, by the way, it's an underrated thing nowadays, because I feel like everybody wants to do something. Nobody could just appreciate the art no more. Everybody wants to be a DJ, be a rapper, be an actor, be some type of content creator.
Like, he appreciates
nobody's
it.
Just a fan no more.
Yeah, he appreciates art. And plus, in Orlando, my son, he's active. And he can't go anywhere without everybody like, yo, your dad's a legend, right? Your dad. Hey, yo, your dad. Yo, let me tell you something. I was over here, your dad, you have no idea. He was like, he's real cool. My son is a humble guy. Keith is a good man. He's I know, man. I know. My dad is, he's dope, man. I know, real cool about it. He's heard it a million times, but he's real cool about it. You know what I'm saying? He's been in them rooms, so he know You know,
Imagine the big legacy, to live up to.
that's what Hey, man, I
Comes with it.
just try to do what I do, and he likes it. My grandchildren like it. My wife, she's like, "You're interesting." She's not the fan of hip hop music, but she's definitely a Cydney Poitier fan.
Oh yeah.
And,
That's key. You gotta make
that works for us.
one of the main fans. You got to make sure you.
That's
have
it, man. So
family.
I'm definitely her favorite rapper, for sure,
That's awesome.
hands down. Yeah.
And then so would you have a favorite place to get fish and grits? Like, what's the number one place?
My favorite place to get fish and grits is in Pine Hills.
Okay, well, what's the name?
Peter from Caribbean Sunshine Bakery.
They're gonna say from the Bible.
And you can get fish and grits, or you can get fish and porridge.
Okay, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And
Fish from porridge.
and it's
That's
just
I never
lovely.
heard of
It's
that.
lovely. You know what I'm saying? And there's 2 locations. There's one on the corner of Hiawassee and Silver Star, and then there's one on West Colonial Drive. Am I right? Yeah.
We'll drop it here for y'all to check it out.
It's popping. Big shout out to Peter, the boy. Caribbean Sunshine Bakery. Fire. Get you a red snapper, you heard?
Gotta get the what?
Ooh.
Passion fruit juice.
Passion fruit juice over there is
Fire.
crazy. Beef patty and that cocoa bread
That
over
oh my
there is
God.
serious.
Beef patty with
Yo,
cocoa bread. I
Caribbean
tried it in
Sunshine
Orlando
Bakery,
the first time.
hands down. A lot of people don't know this. In Orlando, you can get fish and grits at Benihana's.
That is a fun fact, actually. Wow, that's crazy.
I'm gonna let you know. You heard, and Sydney, I've been to Benihana. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it can happen. It can definitely
Some
happen.
exclusive boss.
And I
you
don't
gotta
know
go
about
to
all
Orlando.
locations, but in the Orlando location, you could definitely get you some fish and grits. It's going down.
Do you know which? Do you know where we're at in Orlando? Which?
Yeah,
specific one?
it's on International Drive.
On International Drive.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's on
cool.
International Drive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Warlando, as some people have heard call it.
Warlando.
And then talk to me about the original Raising in the Sun play and how it kind of inspired the album, because you did a whole project.
Okay, so the
Based on that.
Raising in the Sun project. Dude, I did Uptown Saturday Night, the motion picture soundtrack, and I had to elevate from there. I had the campaign was crazy. We came down to Miami for it. We was everything associated with Cydney Poitier and a Raising of the Sun is just amazing, and everything I wanted similar to the cover. There's special things about that project. It's probably one of my favorite projects besides Equestrian Pedestrian. The Raising in the Sun it's inspired by Thurston Howe really showed me some love on that. I grew on that project, and I really saw some possibilities, and I took some chances that worked out.
Musical chances,
Musical
creative
chances that panned it out for me, and people came up to me, and that album, in the process of making that album, I had a weird moment in the airport. I'll never forget it. I was talking to this lady in the airport, and she was telling me, she saw my bag, and I had the Orlando tag on it. The tag would say ORL, like
Right.
the Miami would say MIA.
Yeah.
So she saw the text. She's like, "Oh, you coming from Orlando?" And I said, "Yeah, I was coming from Orlando." She said, "Yeah, my son's father is from Orlando, and I just dropped my son off to his ass because he need to become a man." And she was just telling me while she was talking to me. I'm looking out the corner of my eye. You know how you feel like somebody's staring at you? So this dude is staring at me. And I'm talking to this lady, and he's still staring at me. So it's to the point where the lady that's talking to me, she notices that he's staring at me. So she says to me, "Yo, this whole story gets funnier." She says, "Is that dude staring at you?" And I said, "Yeah, you peeped that?" She said, "Yeah." Then he starts walking up to me. We in the airport, bro. I did the craziest thing. He walks up to me and he says, "Are you Cydney Poitier?" You know what I said?
Oh, wow.
You know what I said? Why? It was the dumbest thing. But he shocked me. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
He said, "Are you Cydney Poitier?" And I said, "Why?" And then he said, "Bro, I follow you."
Oh, that's awesome.
He said, "Bro, your shit is crazy.
That's a great.
You need to keep doing what you do." Shook my hand. You need to keep it. He purchased music. He purchased the album. He said, "Dude, you got to keep doing what you're doing. Check it out."
That's crazy.
Check it out. The black girl that I was talking to. "Oh, you rap?" She went into a whole nother conversation. She wants my number. And I was like, "Nah, I'm about to get on the plane." And the great thing, they was calling the thing, "Time to board." I was like, "Yeah, nice." She took the conversation. "Oh, so you rap? What Cydney Poitier? So who? Oh, that's you?" She went into a whole other conversation. I just got on the plane. I got to go. It was great. That was crazy. I started, that was a weird moment.
It's a W though.
It's a W.
Yeah.
It's a total
For
W.
win, not for weird.
Right, no, it's a win. It's a win. But that, some weird things. See, when that starts happening, you kind of know you're getting some motion. You're getting some traction.
That's a sign.
That's a sign.
Yeah, I think all creators, we all look for like that breakout moment.
Yeah.
But before the breakout moment, there's these W's in your life.
Yes, there's these wins in your life, right? I think that was one of them.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, that was
That's
one
a
of
cool one. And what advice would you give to like that girl's son that's kind of wilding out, that got traded off to live with her dad and stuff like that? Like to youngsters out there kind of having.
What would I tell him?
Yeah, what would be some advice you'd give, like some life advice to somebody wilding out, figuring out life?
I would tell him. This is what I would tell him. I would tell him. As you're a young man, as you come into your as you come into yourself and as you come into your manhood or however they call it, I would say, whatever career or whatever path that you choose, if you choose to work for someone, then be the best worker. But never, ever stop chasing your dreams. You are you, and it always has to be about you when it comes to what you want to be, when it comes to your growth. I'm not here to say I think a 9 to 5 is a beautiful thing. I think anything that a young man or any man can support his family with is a beautiful thing. You can balance and you can do this, but it's what you show your children. Your children. Everybody's not going to be a lawyer. Everybody's not going to be a doctor. It's okay to chase your dream. But it's okay to work at Publix on the weekend too. But it's okay to chase your dream. But you can punch the clock too. But let's get back to chasing your dream. Because this is your dream. And you don't own Publix. But you can own this dream. And that's my advice for young people. That's why it's important to chase your dreams. Because this shit is what dreams are made of, bro.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's real. And we live in a society where Derek G, shout out Derek G, episode 31, he brought up a good point. He worked hands-on with Cash Money and all that, and like he's a big car guy. And he had this theory where car culture died because everybody wanted to become bosses in the early 2000s.
Right.
Like, growing up, like I don't know if you're familiar with like Transformers, but like there's like this scene of like Megan Fox fixing the car, and like that was like 06, 07. That was like the last memory of like car culture.
Right.
Like when I was in high school, people would have their Hondas and like my startup car I'm fixing. Nowadays that's a foreign thought. People, starting with the whips, or nobody wants to build something anymore.
Right. They don't want to build that. They want to get it right, like they want it to come like it is.
Everybody wants to be a boss. I think it comes with the same idea that everybody's scared. Working isn't cool. Being a blue collar worker isn't cool anymore.
Nah, it is cool though. See, it's because, let me tell you something, because there are stages. There's growth to get to the goal.
The arrow has to go backwards before shooting forwards.
It's what we talk about all the time. Did you hear what he just said, Al? And it's what we talk about all the time. People, let me tell y'all something, guys. What Master P was doing back in the day is incredible. That's why he's who he is today. Because there's stages to get to the game. And there's growth to reach it. And there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. But guess what? When you work for somebody, there's days when you get the 40-hour shift, and sometimes it's seasonal and it slows down. We have to adjust. It's the same way. Life is about adjustments and how to maneuver through.
The human race is about adjusting. Adjusting to technology, AI, society.
That's it. So right. And so we have to, and that's a part of the growth. And so, stages. That's what we're doing, man. I'm glad to be here, bro, in my stage, where I'm at.
We're glad to have you here.
Definitely glad to be here, bro.
Man.
We're out.
And we play a game. We play a couple segments on the show. But let's start with the shoot your shot segment. Is there anybody in the industry, directors, artists, anybody you haven't had the chance to cross paths with that you'd like to reach out, extend the olive branch to and work with, get on a track, maybe anything really. Doesn't have to be music. Could be maybe some fashion related stuff.
Yeah.
Use your chance to reach out.
No. Yo, listen. I say this wholeheartedly, and I say this because I was with him. I was with them at the High Five spot.
Okay.
And Diamond D.
Diamond D. Yeah, you mentioned the full circle moment.
Diamond D, bro, I was over there with him and Rich Medina, and this was a few months ago, and Diamond D, man. I ain't got to tell you. You already know. This guy, I mean, that, to me, digging in the crates, to me, if I get a track from Diamond D, I'm out of here. You can't tell me nothing. You could never tell me nothing.
He was at
Dante's Wi-Fi. I'm telling you. Yeah, we was all there. They locked me in the building with him. Son, I was like, yo, Diamond D was pouring me shots. Me, him, and Rich was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, trust me. I reached out to Diamond D a couple of times, and he came to my record store because I did the promo. I did a promo for I had 7 record stores in Orlando. I did promos at each one of them, and for Raising of the Sun, and he pulled up. I didn't get there till 30 minutes after, and I missed him.
Oh, wow.
He pulled up at my joint. I was so devastated. So Diamond D, trust me, we playing phone tag and whatever they call it. But trust me.
This is gonna be it. This is how we connect the dots.
Trust
here.
me. I'm nigga, listen. You could never tell me nothing. I get a track from Diamond D, it's over, bro. I wouldn't care what it was.
You gotta make that happen.
Diamond D beating on a can, nigga. I'm in there.
D, if you're listening, and we know you are. Mr. D, if you're listening, we know you are.
Yo, for real, man.
We gotta get you on the record.
He came to the one, the record store on Claremont Ocoee. He came to that one. And who was it? What's his name said? Earth Say Love. Earth was like, yo, you know they came through. I said, don't please. Don't say that. He said, yo, you just missed him. I said, whoa, I was blowed. I was devastated, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, Diamond D. Psh.
And Diamond's one of the first dudes in hip hop to really have that collective.
Yeah. And trust me, and you know what's crazy? Yo, and this is how crazy, this is how really crazy it is. Now, mind you, when I say Diamond D, I'm speaking from, now this is a guy who's already worked with Sam Snead. I've already worked with Sam Snead. So if I'm telling you Diamond D, you ain't even where Cydney been, boy. You're going to have to get here, dog. I know what I'm talking about. I done been in the room with them super big boys where you feeling about this big in there, where you got to tighten up in there. You got to tighten up in there. When I walked in that room, and so I was in the room with dudes that I was supposed to have been like that. And I bent that corner. I never forget. I bent that corner in PMD crib. And Sam Snead was sitting in that chair. Man, like my hand started shaking. I said, oh, my God, this guy. This guy. Ice-T talk about this guy. Everybody talk about this guy. I'm in the room with this guy. I'm on his track. Me and P. I'm like, yo, P, man, I don't even know what I don't even, P, what can I? The gates opened. Shit was like a. They picked me up in a black Escalade, gave me an envelope full of money. Said, yo, we're gonna stop off. I gotta go see Chuck Chillout. I met Chuck Chillout the same day.
What a
I was like,
eventful
yo,
24 hours.
I was like, yo, this is heavy pressure up in there. This is pressure. It was crazy. But yeah, man,
Do they eat chickpeas and chickpea?
I don't know. But it's a small town outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
Shout out our
Shout out
listeners
to
in Chickpea.
Chicopee. You know what I'm saying? I had a chick or two out in Chicopee. You know what I'm saying?
Bars. Drop one of Flex's bombs for that.
Word up, yeah.
Yeah. And then
That's
so
crazy, that line. That's crazy. And the chicken do the Chicopee. Yeah, that's crazy.
come on, man. You're
You know,
Cydney
man,
Poitier.
you
We
know,
gotta reference the
Yeah,
bars.
he know the bars. He know. Yeah.
And let me ask you this: what happens? What do you think happens when a dream's deferred? Because you mentioned it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think happens to the soul of somebody when the dream's deferred? When you don't, chase after what's in your heart, what's in your soul?
You become a disgruntled employee.
Damn. Wow.
Of your own corporation.
Well, because of your own corporation. Well, because that's exactly a fact. And the reason why I say that is because now I'm sitting here shoulda, woulda, and coulda.
Yeah.
Well, shoulda, woulda, and coulda ain't shoulda, did, shoulda. And it ain't really, it ain't happening.
No,
And
even
you're kicking yourself in the ass. And then while everybody else chased their dreams and you didn't, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. Based on what I've experienced with this man here in this corner that has traveled with me, that guy Ike, I can't even imagine him not chasing his dream. He's so gifted. He's loud and obnoxious when he needs to be. It's part of who we are. When the crowd calls for it, he knows the task at hand. And his shit is happening in real time in his face. I think he could be overwhelmed without even really knowing it. His position has changed overnight. His growth, I just can't imagine him. He's very, he's locked into what he got going on. I think he know now he gonna need another lock. I think he know that now. He gonna have to double lock in. He know that. I ain't even got to lean, even got to, he know that because they told him that last night. I ain't told him shit. It ain't my fault. It's his fault. They told him last night. They was going crazy over there, bro. They was going crazy.
That's a blessing.
it's a blessing, yeah. It's
You know
a
what I'm
blessing
saying?
to be
So
busy.
he know what it is, bro.
Good.
I can't
That
imagine
wasn't-
him not. I can't imagine him not, restructuring what he got going on. Me and him there's surely more to come. We in this. We got a dog in the fight. We got a dog in this fight.
Dog in the fight and dogs in the fields. I think this
yeah.
conversation is
Now we got a dog in the fight now.
this conversation's been influenced a lot by a lot of travel talk, a lot of the different cities you're a world travel, international superstar here.
Absolutely, man.
We end every episode with the big three draft, where we pick the best or worst or something. So today we're gonna pick cities we got love for. We're gonna pick 3 different cities we've been to or we got love for. We got our people out there one by one.
Okay.
The one stipulation is it can be our own, the city we're originally from.
Okay.
So what's your number 1 city you want to show some love to today?
The number 1 city I want to show some love to is Detroit. What up, doe? And that's my hometown. Big shout to my cousin, the specialist. And you know what happened at 12 midnight on Gratian, nigga. Don't play yourself. You heard? Blah. First shot. Let's go.
If you know what happened in the 12
On
minutes, Gratian,
You
let us know
what
in the
it is.
comments.
Schoolcraft business, you heard? We stand on it for family.
That's that Detroit shit. What up, though?
That's it. What up, doe?
I'm gonna take it back to Chicopee. We're gonna shout out Chicopee.
Okay. We're going to shout out to Boston, Massachusetts. And if
Okay.
you like Fluffernutter, it's a great place to be. Some of the best seafood I ever had.
What's Fluffernutter? A fish?
It's a Fluffernutter it's a Massachusetts thing. It's like a marshmallow
Okay.
with the peanut butter.
Oh, I'm allergic to peanut butter.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't say marshmallow because they hold it in such a high regard. If you can't, they marshmallow. This is something special.
Because it has
Fluffernutter.
peanut butter with marshmallow?
No, you put the peanut butter with the fluffernutter. And so it's. I guarantee you.
Fun word to
I
say.
guarantee you
Fluffernutter is
terminology. He knows about fluff. He's from Massachusetts. My wife is from Massachusetts.
You might have to throw that in a bar.
Yeah, just salute the term. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's a Massachusetts thing, man.
Okay, then. Oh, you
It's
know
like Friendlies. Friendlies is a Massachusetts
ice cream?
thing.
The
The restaurant.
yeah,
Friendlies. It's a Massachusetts thing.
that's the ice cream joint, right?
No,
ice
we
cream
have
company.
Friendlies, but they have Friendlies. It's a real restaurant. It's a real
Oh, we
franchise.
got them in Orlando. You right.
Oh,
Different thing.
right, okay, yeah.
The red spot, right?
Yeah, the red
big
spot,
one,
yeah.
They serve like all the desserts, and then they got like real food.
Yeah.
They got like
Hamburgers,
drive-thru,
the French fries,
yes,
all that,
yes. Shout out my mom. She likes that shit. Kendall, I'm gonna shout out Kendall. It's my second city, man. I'm from Hialeah, but there's a lot of Hialeah versus Kendall. Shout out my brothers in Kendall.
The second city?
Well, no, Boston was your second. What's your third?
The third, New York City.
The entire city? Because there's
Brooklyn.
different cities
Brooklyn.
within.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
To be specific, Brooklyn has
BK, yeah, we're Brooklyn.
Brooklyn has definitely put Cydney under their wing. Particularly Brownsville individuals. Particularly the Brownsville individuals.
That's the MOP.
Shouts to Thurston Howard III, MOP. Shouts to everybody on just what is it? Where my man Deuce first dropped me off at over there. When they first brought me over there, they brought me to Mother Gaston. You know what I'm saying? They brought me to Mother Gaston, and it's been Marcus Garvey from there. if you understand, you know what I'm saying?
My third city, then I'm gonna say we could do Bronx, right? We do Bronx and BK.
We do the Bronx. I tell you what,
Shout out the Bronx,
hey,
right?
We do the Bronx. I mean, half of my team is from the Bronx. I started working with DR Period when he lived in the Bronx. I used to go. They picked me up from Gun Hill Road train station when I was working with DR Period. He lived in the Bronx. I think I've been, in this twisted way, I've been connected to Bronx guys. It's really. I don't know what's up with them Bronx. You know what I'm saying? I always say, people used to say, yeah, Brooklyn niggas got malls. They used to say, but them Bronx niggas be wearing that camouflage like they're really enlisted. Them niggas be, niggas be really enlisted out here, bro.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
That's Bronx for you,
Real
man.
example of that.
Stand
Uniform,
you know
yeah, it's
what I'm
uniform
saying?
right there. Sid, one last message before we get out of here for the people.
All right, man.
Fans at home. Anything you wanna say?
This is Cydney Poitier. Listen, everything is at Cydney Poitier. That's CYDNEYPOITIER. We also rolling with IVMM, music marketing that makes sense. This is Poitier Music Group. And everybody you see is under the brand. And we are here courtesy of Poitier Music Group and IVMM, and we remain. It's beautiful, bro.
Beautiful, just like you.
We
for
with our
listening.
brothers, man. We here. If you was at Lincoln's bid last night, you know. And if you know, you already know.
And if you don't, find out.
Big shout outs to that guy Ike. Big shout outs to Flacco. You know what I'm saying? Polo Baby Flacco. Big shout out to Jay Vengeance, Iceberg Snub, Blix, Best One, the entire family, DJ Mega, Item 9. Big shout out to Gorilla Nims for holding us down.
Fuck your life.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck your life. Magnum Opus. You know what I'm saying? Poitier Music Group. Voila. And put that in your pipe and smoke it. You heard?
Hell yeah. We out. We'll see you next week.
That's it. It's a wrap.
Sliding in the studio, my album coming soon. Until we get this rap money, trap gon' have to boom. These bricks and these keys and these zips is what we'll do.